case. His spirit and body is asking for justice, and he deserves justice. It is his right. And those are not his family. I'm sorry. The only person that have a right to say I am Mohbad's family is the father.
Okay, you're accusing everybody in the family, but you're exonerating the father. Didn't the father sanction the burial that happened, that the video was everywhere of his neck being bent? Didn't the father know some of these things as at that time? Or was there a time when he felt he was jumping out of their own ship to actually fight for justice?
You know, there are some things, there are some times when you're placed with some situation. The whole stuff is evident. He was not there when the son died. He was called in. By all means, he expects that those that witnessed it should be able to come through to him and say, this is what happened. However, he realized that virtually everybody that were present then, they were already united to keep what happened away from him. And then when you have about 16, 20 people outside you, and if you don't have evidence, if you begin to fight, you might feel like, oh, this is going to be a fight within the family. Do you understand? And the same family, they've turned against me that if you fight us, you will fail because you don't even have anything against any of us. So if you say you want to fight, you will turn to a nuisance. So best thing is accept it as an act of God, and whatever you want to do, let us go and bury him. And the man said, you know what? For whatever intent or purpose, you all does not deserve to have a role to play in his last ending. I will ensure that I continue with the love I have for my son and bury him properly. But as our tradition, forbids, there is limit to how a father will play the role in the interment of his child. At that point, they continued their hate on Mohbad. And when they were going to get him into the casket, they messed the dignity of that young man. And no human being deserves to be treated with less dignity. Yes. There is no way the father would have buried his son that way. Maybe we should take away the culture that will say parents should not take care of their loved ones, including children at burial. Because they took the boy's life, they covered it up, and the little time the father said, okay, I've taken over my son for burial. Let me go and heal my wound. But because of our tradition, people will misconstrue me. Okay, you that are younger ones, he still gave back the boy to the people that know what took his life but are not ready to help the boy. Because you will realize eventually, when the truth begins to come out, you will get the clear picture of how Mohbad actually lost his life, fought even before these people, begging that they should save him and take him to hospital. I went to the estate. Kuramed Hospital is 4 minutes away from Mohbad's house. There is a pharmacy like 40 seconds from his house. If Mohbad was truly bleeding from Ikorodu, where is the plaster that was used to stop the bleeding? And how can Mohbad, as skinny as he is, he bled from Sunday to Tuesday? Which human being will survive that? So at the end of the day, the nurse came in, and the next thing is, let me give you. So the nurse did not even make an attempt to even cover the wound, because there was no wound. All these things is not going to make sense for us as a country. And the only thing you want us to do as young people is to, because it's Nigeria, we always believe Nigeria represents criminality, represents evil and wicked people. Are there no good people in Nigeria? Are there no good people that will say to the bad people and wicked people, not on your life? Why must we be, shout out? So why are the wicked people not scared of the good people? Are you part of the wicked people? Did your parents raise you to be wicked? To think that few wicked people will have power over the public? No, not on their life. It is time for us to stand up. So it's not making sense. It's not just about Mohbad. Whatever we are doing will not bring him back to life. But it can save many souls, including your child, including your daughter. Look at that guy, whatever, with his girlfriend, Timileyin. He didn't have recourse to the parents, how much they spent on him. Because they paid Mohbad. Did anything happen? Did anything happen? So now it's beginning to happen. Whose daughter is next? Trust me, if nothing will happen in this Mohbad's case, nothing will happen with Timileyin, because he will tell you, what did you do in Mohbad's case? When the public came out, we know that they fight Mohbad. What did Nigerian police do? So the same Nigerian police are coming to say they want to arrest me because I fight somebody. Because they are making it look like you have right to violence. You have right to take somebody's life if you're angry. How are we going to have a safer society? How? How will visitors to Nigeria live peacefully here?
Last question before we go. From what you have gathered, from the reports you've had, what truly went on in that house on the 11th that you said to have been killed?
You know, I'm not going to be speaking like I was there. And that is why I'm asking that whoever is making attempts to use the Nigerian police to cover up what will have been your eyes, my eyes, and the eyes of the judge, the public, they should take their hands off. The police should do the due diligence and get the CCTV out. From the voice that they played, you could hear that Mohbad was speaking with the ex-wife, saying, we share the same iCloud. That means with that iCloud, Wunmi is not bigger than the Constitution. Who is she? Is she bigger than the law? Who is backing her? We want names. We want the names of the people backing her for real, so that we can take the protest to them directly. And let them know that all of you are criminals for backing this. And now, if the police are now saying that they cannot have her, to say, you know what, at this junction there is a court order. You need to open your iCloud that you share with your ex. We need to go into the videos. In this Adura's case, whether it is Damola's phone or Adura's phone, both phones once belonged to Adura. His fingerprint is on both phones. It's quite nauseating for them to think we'll fall for that gibberish. How did Adura forget to log out his TikTok? Then Damola had access to it. The only truth, another truth that is there is this. Let me give you that joker now. The email that was used to send the video to me was not Adura's personal email. It's one of those con emails that they use for fraud or stuff like that, or to do whatever they want to do. So if Adura forgot to log out his email on that same phone, how did Damola now log in another Gmail on the phone that has Adura's TikTok? Are you comprehending?
Yes, sir.
How? Make it make sense. So when I went to the police, nothing was shown to me. It don't even make sense. How it was not Adura. He came to my press conference 2 weeks ago. He had every opportunity to convince the world that, Mr. Yomi, I didn't chat with you. But chatting with, the chat is not even, that they impersonated me is not even the bone of contention. Somebody is telling you how my brother ended his life. The last part of my brother. His mother, Mohbad's mom, she's not compassionate to say that. Why should Damola picture the end of Mohbad that way? They were not talking about those allegations that, oh, he was not spied by domestic violence. They were not talking about the video. They didn't even bring the full video. The full video that they know does exist. What does that make to us? They want me to hold Adura by the neck and say, oh yeah, bring the full video. I can't do that. It is the police that will have to do it. And I wrote a petition to that. They said they are not looking into that. So I should keep quiet because I'm going to be scared of who? So if they take my son's life that way and there is a video, that is the way they will say they want to do it. I have to fight now because I don't want that to happen to my son. So if I keep praying, God forbid, they should do it. They did it. Timileyin did it to somebody's daughter. They couldn't protest. They couldn't join forces on Mohbad's case. They think I am a parent. And when people Mohbad did when it's going to be your turn, do you want the public to stand for you again? The public says, let's stand before it gets to anybody. That is what we are saying. Do you understand? Everybody has got rights to life. And it must be preserved. It is the right of every person standing beside you to do right by you, online or offline. Anger should not be an excuse. Domestic violence is a no. I have been shouting, and we all should make it as a focal point. Contain your anger. Self-control is key. Somebody raised the child you want to buy. That is somebody's hope. That is somebody's last hope. If you have taken the person's life. Look at the father. He was a carpenter. So what are we talking about? It's not just about Mohbad. It's not just about the father. It's about us. It's about our society. And that is why we must all rise up and stand firm and tell the police to do the needful. And they will do the needful.
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. You are blessed. Your mommy will be proud of you.